David Corson, Sunday, September 14th, 2025. About 1:30. Just hanging out, just letting the dogs out, looking at some things. Saw a couple plants over there I think I need to replace. I didn't get enough water and got fried. Anyway, got planted before fall comes in and get the roots good for winter. We'll come back strong in the spring. So, hey man, hope you had a great Saturday night. Lots of good football games on there. Georgia won. It was awesome. Went down there. Feel bad for the Vols. They have a good team. Wouldn't want to play them again. And just all in all, a long weekend. Watching some football. I got up this morning. Was doing cleaning my desk off, looking what I had to get done this weekend. My wife just went out to the store to get some things and run some errands, returns, and we'll do something, maybe cook some burgers or something. Falcons are on at 8:15, and watch that game tonight. Get my act together so I can relax and enjoy it, and rock and roll. Oh my God, what a beautiful day out today. I mean, it's just real. I mean, not a cloud in the sky, maybe a few high ones, but very little humidity. It's hot, but it's not unbearable. And a great day for a good trek at some point later this afternoon as well. But hey, here's my thought. I'm not going to keep you all day. It's your Sunday. Here's my thought of the day. As you go into the rest of your Sunday afternoon and the remainder of the weekend. And that day is lucky. Yeah, luck. Luck has a lot. You know what? I'm not really superstitious and, so forth, but I do have I am repetitive. I like doing things I'm in publishing. Advertising works in repetition. So you want to be repetitive with a really good note, message, keep your issues looking healthy, and, always looking for new things to put in there. And, I saw in another magazine the other day, I memorialize people that I know that have passed, that I've done over the years. I saw a magazine the other day, man, they had a whole page of headshots. It's like the obituaries that you used to look at in the newspapers when they were around. And anyway, digitally you can do so many other things versus, some ugly black and white headshot and, links and fund me pages and all this stuff. That's why digital is just so much more amazing. You're so much more connected. But you know what? Lucky. That's my word of the day. There were some lucky winners yesterday on the college football gridiron. There's going to be some lucky teams that the ball bounced their way or bounced off the goalpost and went in. And you got to be in the right place at the right time. And if you work hard, you do all those things. But sometimes luck isn't on your side. You're lucky, and it's like people that win the lottery. They're lucky. They win that thing. It's like getting hit by lightning. And then they spend it all and they go bankrupt. It's like getting into the NFL and then not being smart with your money. And then, you're freaking broke living on the streets because you waste all your money with your posse. And look, you all know about Charlie Kirk. Hey, I never met him, liked his message. And for anybody out there that was lucky enough to see him, or my wife went to the Turning Point event here down in Duluth. Probably 10,000 people in that stadium. Awesome time. Anyway, so it was unbelievable. But, he was lucky. The world was lucky to have him around as long as he did. That's all I'm going to say on it. And I'm sending positive thoughts to his wife, his 2 kids, his family, all the people that work for that organization. But do you know, I just saw a stat. 900 colleges had Turning Point chapters, 1,200 high schools. In a couple of days, do you know how many requests for opening chapters have happened? 32,000. And that's just in the United States. So whoever indoctrinated that person is not lucky, because they were feeling lucky. Yeah, they might have, they were lucky with Kirk, with Charlie Kirk, but they're not going to be lucky with 32,000 plus all the people that are in there. Man, you poked the bear and he just woke up. And but Well, I'm going to say luck. In life, you got to, look, you got to be at the right place at the right time. You got to be lucky, you know. But then sometimes luck goes both ways because you don't treat it with, being lucky. I think luck comes with hard work and persistence and making mistakes and learning from them and all that stuff. But then I look at Charlie Kirk. Hey, man, that guy had built, he started from nothing, nice family, but he started with nothing, had an idea, plan, he executed as a vision. Now, all these people, all these chapters, all the, payroll, all the organization that he built, freaking amazing. I didn't realize it was as huge as it was, and I don't think there was, he was lucky, he was lucky that he worked hard, he had faith and conviction, confidence. He knew he had a goal, and hey, did an awesome job at 31 years old. Just too young to be passing. My dad died when he was 39. He was just, getting his company cruising, My grandfather died, my uncle, my dad took over the business, in the late 60s, in the mid 60s when my grandfather died. And, timing, when I went out on my own, everybody told me don't do it right after 9/11. No, stay at Nielsen. Here I am, Hey, look, I wouldn't have this if I would have stayed at Nielsen, okay? I went and busted my ass. Didn't take a paycheck for 6 months, all right? Busted my ass, got my magazine, my company, put my first issue out in 2 months. And was I lucky? Yeah. But I was in the right place at the time? Yeah. Did I work my ass off to get things done? You betcha, And I needed help to get it done. People that believed in me, that knew that I would get it done. So luck has a lot to do with, in life. Business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing, you gotta have some luck. It's just the way the ball bounces. It's the way that you run into someone that you're not expecting. You're getting that email that you didn't, it's just, And look, bad things happen to lucky people too. It's just, lives are cut short. People get in car accidents. It's just, it's a really important word to be a master of, and it should be in your repertoire because everybody needs a little luck here and there, all right? And you can't, it's like buying a lottery ticket. You got to be lucky to win the thing. The statistically, it's crazy. But if the lottery's going to a good place, like here it goes to the schools in the state of Georgia, I don't know, have to do some investigation on that, but, some of the schools are better than others. They should all be all killer. And they should be teaching the right stuff in there. None of this crap that I see, Heck, man, I was paddled in school, did the Pledge of Allegiance, raised the flag, went to, when I was in prep school, I was Jewish. I had to go to church. I had to go to chapel on Friday, and then our main meeting on Wednesday, twice a week. I went to chapel once, and we went and had once a night the whole school got together for a meeting in the Arts and Humanities Center. Sit down dinner, study hall, had school on Saturday morning. Believe me, I felt lucky that I was able to be, brought up in that regiment, and we were all athletes too, and I was lucky to play. Any of you guys that see me that were on that I played on one of your teams, I'm glad I had the opportunity to play with you. I was lucky to play with you because I took something from everybody, better or for worse. I learned from everybody. So thanks for, trying out, getting on the team and giving it your all. All right. So, but on the athletic field, hey, you hit the post, the ball comes back to you, boom, you get the quick stick back in, you get the goal. You were lucky. You were in the right place at the right time. 9 out of 10 times that ball's not going to pounce it. But that was your day. Goalie's not even looking. He just throws his stick out there and stops it. 9 out of 10 times that ball goes in. Luck is there. Take it when you know, but don't wish for it. Work hard. Do the right thing. And on the athletic field, you're going to get some lucky bounces here and there. You're going to have fantastic days, and other days you couldn't even, if the net was 5 miles wide, you wouldn't put it in. It's just reality, and you can't worry about luck, Luck will come, but you got to treat it with kid gloves, because luck could carry you, but also can be, the detriment to you as well. And I gave you plenty of examples of that. So, but luck on the athletic field, heck, take it, man. Nothing wrong with it, Business, you got to be lucky. I was lucky. When I went on my own, I had to fill that void really quickly because someone else would have, But I also knew I knew how I wanted to run my company, And I believed in myself. I had confidence. I had proven it to myself. I was an athlete. I knew what it took to win and lose. I knew what it took to make the varsity. I knew what it took to play college sports, So I knew, but, and I was lucky I surrounded myself with people that I took something from. See, that's why I always say, when you're talking to anybody, whether it's for 30 seconds or a couple minutes, you got to take something from those people, learn from them. You learn from everybody. The day you stop learning is the day you should go do something else. But in business, you got to be lucky that you had that thought process. You put it in a plan, you executed it, you tweaked it, you improved it. It's not broken, don't fix it. Okay? So, but luck in business, man, it's there. But if you work hard, leave it all under a positive attitude, treat your people like human beings, not as employees, but as you're part of the family, and you have a great product, and it's helping people, and you believe in it, confidence, smile on your face, all that, luck will come your way. Relationships. Some people are lucky and some people aren't, But, luck in relationships, it's really just being in the right place at the right time. You just bump into someone, you meet someone in the elevator, you meet someone at a conference, you meet someone, taking the train. You just don't know. Maybe someone runs into you, start talking. You just never know. It's a stroke of luck. It's like getting struck by lightning. It goes both ways. So, and in relationships, remember, you got to communicate. It's not about being lucky. You got to communicate. You got to be flexible, negotiable. You got to listen. Don't talk. Talk with the least amount of words to get your point across so a third grader would understand you. And if you do that, you'll be a lot more luckier than you are. All right? Because being able to communicate simply, keeping it simple, is going to be the difference between you making a sale or not, or you getting a date, or, anything like that. So, it's getting hot out here. I'm going to go sit down. So, luck in relationships, whether just, personal or those casual ones that you have during the day, look at all the people you talk to every day. You're lucky you get to, meet that many people. All right? So, and then your body. Your body's got to have luck. But you know what? Why it has luck? Because you give it 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and you feed it well, and you ice and heat the bumps and bruises, and you take care of it. And but the rest is the most important thing with your body. You got to give it at least 6 to 8 hours. I get 6.5. Woke up this morning, not even my alarm, man. Got up, I think 5:03. That's when I woke up. I'm like, I'm up. Got to get up. So, in any event, luck. That's my word of the day. And if you don't like luck or lucky, go use one of my other words. I've given you a ton of them. I only got 3.5 months left. So, in any event, that's my word. My value nugget of the day. From the heart, take it to the bank, put up here your knowledge, use it for whenever you need it. And if you work on being more lucky or having luck, every day, every week, every month, for the rest of the year, all the way to December 31st, you'll have about 115 days of, 110 days of data on yourself. Download the diary app. I keep telling you, put it right here on your phone. It's attached to you. You know it is. You look at it 1,000,000 times a day. And just start doing videos like I am. You go back, and at the end of the year, you'll have all these videos, 100 and some odd days. And you can look back you'll remember every day. The weather, what attitude you're in, what went on, what went right, what went wrong, and you'll learn from it. And you have a history of yourself. You'll get addicted, you'll do it for the rest of your life. Swear to God. And it'll blow you away. I'm doing now almost 2 years. So that's all I'm saying. So, luck. It's a really, really great word. Awesome word to have in your verbiage. So, listen, have a great rest of your Sunday. If your team's playing, good luck to them. Go Falcons tonight. And we will, I'll see you tomorrow. Where, I have no idea, but I will. And in any event, appreciate y'all. Be safe. Head on a swivel. And take action. Luck. Make it happen.